Hello and welcome to the Mason Cable News Show. My name is Joey Companion.
And I'm Zoë Oliver. On March 19th, the flag stringing ceremony was held in the Johnson Center to launch International Week. The official events will take place from Friday, March 28th to Sunday, April 6th. Volunteers assisted in hanging 128 flags to symbolize the culture, equity, and empowerment that George Mason University represents. Our correspondents Lexi Ortiz and Aya Al-Ani attended to cover the event.
Hey Patriots, I'm Lexi Ortiz reporting live for the International Week flag stringing of 2025. Let's get some interviews. And so what's going on today at this event?
So today we're here with the Office of International Programs and Services and Student Involvement, stringing our flags up that are going to go up for I Week. All of those big, beautiful flags that you see in the center of the JC Atrium are strung and hung by us. So today we have students here volunteering. About over 50 students are coming in today to help put the flags up and make sure that they're all nice and beautiful and pretty to go up as we celebrate International Week here at Mason for the 44th year in a row.
Thank you so much. And another question I wanted to ask you was, what has been your favorite part about this event or working for the organization?
So I've been working for OIPS since August, so it's my first year but second semester, and I really just love the fact that we bring a lot of students together. I personally run the International Buddy Program alongside Jonathan Carmona, who is my boss ahead of me, and he's been here for longer than I have, about 10 years or so. I think he came in 2018-ish, and we really just love to bring people together, international and domestic students, and through the Buddy Program we do that a lot, but through all of our international events we bring students who are just curious about cultures that they don't know of, and then also very excited to represent their own cultures here at Mason.
Today we're getting ready to hang all of the flags that's really going to deck out the JC, because we really want to highlight everybody's culture and where we're all from at the end of the day. So it's one of the most beautiful events ever. It's super fun and being able to really meet new people and just celebrate culture.
Absolutely. And another question I have was kind of what are some of the events aside from the flag show that you guys are doing today?
Some of the events that we're doing outside of the flag show is that I know everyone is really excited for the big dance competition that we have during I Week. So I would definitely recommend that you guys do go there, because I'm super excited to see everybody really showcase everything. So
Why did you decide to show up to this event today?
I decided to show up because I'm an international student myself, so I was wondering how George Mason kind of holds the events and what they do for the events. I was just curious. I had time, so I decided to help out.
Absolutely. And another question I have was, are you interested in attending some of the other international events they're going to be having?
Yeah, probably. I've already attended a couple of the OIPS events. I've gone to the Thanksgiving for international students. I'm part of the International Buddy Program, so I'm interested in the stuff that George Mason offers.
Yesterday at the JC Bistro, International Programs and Services hosted the International Cafe Europe Edition. The International Cafe, or iCafe, is a student-led event focused on teas, snacks, crafts, games, and music from various countries, regions, or cultures. This edition highlighted France, Germany, Italy, Spain, and the United Kingdom. Students had the opportunity to discover international cultures without leaving campus.
For any patriot looking to create something new, grab some needle and thread at Horizon Hall, room 1408. Today, from 3 to 4 p.m., the Mason Invitation Exchange will be hosting an Intro to Sewing workshop. Spaces are limited, so be sure to sign up on Mason 360. Learn a new skill and start crafting.
Today, from 6 to 7 p.m., join student government for an engaging discussion and Q&A session with the Vice President of University Life, Rose Pasquarel, focusing on the state of student affairs at Mason. If you're interested in this event, please register on Mason 360, indicating whether you'll attend in person at Merton Hall, room 1201, or via Zoom.
Looking to play some games? Join the Student Center this Thursday from 7 to 11 p.m. for Thursday Night Out, international trivia at the Corner Pocket in the Hub. Enjoy a range of activities, including games, trivia, arts, crafts, and music, and open mic. Prizes will be provided by Dave & Buster's and the Warner Bros. Be sure to register for the fun through Mason 360.
Attention Mason grad students. Join the GMU Writing Center for in-person or Zoom sessions on Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., starting on Friday on March 28th for a morning of writing in a supportive community. Each Friday during the term, graduate students set specific goals and commit to arriving on time and staying for the entire session. The event kicks off with a brief discussion about the goals and concludes with a short wrap-up of accomplishments. The rest of the time is dedicated to writing. A writing center consultant will coordinate the session and offer consultations to those who request them. If you're interested in this event, please register in advance on Mason 360, indicating whether you'll attend in person in Johnson Center Room 227E or via Zoom. Once registered for a write-in, you will receive the Zoom link. If you can't attend after registering, then please cancel your Mason 360 reservation.
For Mason students who are part of the Honors College, get a professional headshot on March 28th from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Buchanan Hall at Mason Pond. This is a great opportunity for your LinkedIn profile, resumes, and portfolios. Registration is on Mason 360 and business attire is required.
Spend your Friday enjoying a movie. On March 28th, Disability Services will host a viewing of Wicked in the JC Cinema, complete with free popcorn and drinks from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Don't forget to register on Mason 360. Now, let's go to Bell Tucker for this week's weather report.
Hello, Patriots. I hope you've had a great week so far. If you like dry weather, I might have some good news for you. We're expecting that today. We've got a high of 62 with a low of 40, and then it's going to kick up again by tomorrow with a high of 68. We are expecting a little bit of precipitation by Friday because we do have a warm front that's intended to move throughout our region through this weekend, but most of the rain is expected during the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. With Saturday, a high of 80 with this warm front is also bringing higher temperatures, high of 80, and then by Sunday we've got 75. By Monday, 79. So it's going to stay up there until Tuesday. It's going to drop right back down again with a cold front expected to be right behind that warm one. So please remember to bring your umbrellas for this weekend. Enjoy this dry weather today. And have a great one. Back to you in the studio.
If you are interested in live performances, consider attending the 2025 Mason School of Dance Gala Concert, hosted by the Center for Arts. This event, running from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., features guest artists of international acclaim. With rehearsals and performances at the highest professional level, this year's gala concert includes The Hunt by Robert Battle, Cloud Line by Robin Monica Williams, a premiere by Christopher D'Amboise, and The Fracture of Light by Yin Yu. The concert will be held in the Center for Arts Concert Hall. Ticket sales have already begun and will close Friday at 5 p.m. You can find more information about this event to check on Mason 360.
Join the Latin Dance Club for Festival de Azucar, a celebration of Afro and Spanish Caribbean dances featuring guest instructors and workshops open to the GMU community. This event will be held on Saturday, March 29th from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. in the Johnson Center Bistro. If you're interested, please register on Mason 360.
Step into a world where passion meets elegance and desire intertwines with romance. The Black Student Alliance will host Love and Lust, a bold fashion show that explores fashion's most intoxicating emotions, celebrating the duality of sweet affection and fiery seduction. This event will take place in the Hub Ballroom on Saturday, March 29th from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Ticket sales are now open and will end on March 29th at 7 p.m. You can register on Mason 360 to get your free ticket.
Now, let's move on to the world of Mason sports. Both of the historic George Mason basketball seasons have sadly ended this weekend. In the men's season, the George Mason University men's basketball team nearly completed a dramatic second-half comeback, but ultimately fell short, losing 75-67 to Bradley last Saturday, March 22nd, in the NIT second round.
The season comes to a close after the Green and Gold achieved their most successful A-10 campaign to date. The Patriots set a new school record with 15 A-10 wins and matched the highest overall win total, 27, in the program's history.
Now, on to the women's basketball team who faced Florida State in their NCAA tournament debut. The George Mason Patriots, 27-6, made history by participating in the NCAA tournament for the first time, demonstrating their grit and determination despite a challenging loss of 94-59 to Florida State. Despite the challenges, the Patriots battled until the very end.
Though both teams experienced tough losses this season, the Patriots made history and established a new standard for the program. Great job, Patriots.
Last Saturday, March 22nd, the George Mason men's volleyball team suffered a loss at home against the fifth best team in the country, UC Irvine. This was a shocking loss for the Patriots, as they have not lost a game at home since February 16th against number 16 CSUN. Notable performances included Ilir Henop, the 2024 AVCA Player of the Year, who tallied 14 kills and 6 aces over 3 sets. Then the dynamic trio of Robert Evangelista, Jackson Herbert, and Gio Calazio contributed valuable points for the team. Additionally, Evan Snodgrass made an impact as a middle blocker with a .600 hitting percentage and 4 kills, while Liam French, who started the third set, recorded an impressive .667 percentage along with 4 kills.
On Sunday afternoon, the George Mason baseball team lost the final game of its series against St. Bonaventure University, falling 7-3 at Handler Park in St. Bonaventure, New York. Despite this setback, the Patriots are set to return to the field on Tuesday, traveling to Maryland for a game with the first pitch scheduled at 4 p.m. in College Park, Maryland. Our softball team achieved a significant victory in Game 1 against the Bonnies, winning 10-2 at St. Bonaventure. The Patriots played a doubleheader on Tuesday, March 25th, starting at 11 a.m. at Joyce Field to conclude the weekend series. The George Mason Patriots secured wins in both games, marking their first season sweep. In the second game, St. Bonaventure managed to score 1 run in the bottom of the first inning, achieving this with 2 hits.
The George Mason track and field outdoor season has begun with 2 meets. One group competed at the Fred Hardy Invitational, and the rest of the squad traveled south to UCF for the Black and Gold Invitational.
At Fred Hardy Invitational, Wesley Bonds tied the record for the fastest 3,000-meter steeplechase time in George Mason history, clocking in at 8 minutes and 59 seconds, matching the record set by Trent Lancaster in 2019. Other noteworthy performances included Nocturne Nabas, who secured first place in the 3,000-meter, and Mason Morales, who finished first in the 100-meter hurdles. Additionally, Anthony Gibson took third place in the 100-meter dash.
The men's 5,000-meter race was dominated by Patriots, with Beardsley finishing in first, Luke Brown in second, and Gavin Mock placing third. All 3 runners broke the previous meet record.
The UCF Black and Gold Invitational featured performances that will be recorded in the history books. Kennedy Drish returned with a great performance, clearing 4.05 meters in the pole vault and finishing second at the Invitational. This mark ranks as the second best in George Mason's all-time list.
Morgan Batten made his debut for the Patriots in the javelin throw, achieving a distance of 55.36 meters. He finished 12th at that meet, but his mark ranks as the 8th highest in the all-time list. Congratulations to all the highlighted athletes.
Now that we've recapped some wins from last week, let's look ahead to the games that took place this week.
On Tuesday, March 25th, the Mason's women's softball team faced off against the Towson University at the George Mason softball complex. The George Mason Patriots were narrowly defeated by the Towson Tigers with a final score of 4-3.
Unfortunately, we experienced another loss this week as the George Mason baseball team fell 15-8 in their midweek game against the University of Maryland on Tuesday at Bob Turtle Smith Stadium in College Park, Maryland. The Patriots will return to Atlantic 10 to play a 3-game series against George Washington starting Friday. The first pitch is set for 3 p.m. in Washington, D.C.
The George Mason women's lacrosse team was back in action on Wednesday, March 26th at 4 p.m., facing off against the Davidson Wildcats at George Mason Stadium. This game was designated as a faculty appreciation event and was streamed on ESPN+. Historically, George Mason and Davidson are tied at 6-8, dating back to the Patriots' inaugural season in 1994. The Green and Gold triumphed with a score of 14-5. In their most recent matchup, the Wildcats defeated the Patriots 16-6. And that was this week's Mason Sports.
In celebration of the 300th anniversary of Vivaldi, The Four Seasons, Les Arts Florissants, one of the leading Baroque music ensembles in the world, reinterprets this iconic work for the 21st century. The 15-member chamber orchestra will perform in the Center for the Arts Concert Hall on Sunday, March 30th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tickets are free and sales are already underway, ending on March 30th at 1 p.m., so claim your tickets now. Student tickets must be picked up in person from the ticket office with your Mason ID with your Mason ID at the venue indicated on your registration, starting 1 hour before the event. For more information about this registration, you can check Mason 360. This performance is subtle for all ages.
And in case you slept through the Nintendo Direct this morning like I did, the new Tomodachi Life game was finally announced.
Yes, Tomodachi Life is a Nintendo DS game that came out 12 years ago. We used to play the game as kids, so we're both so glad that the game is being updated. And thank you so much for tuning in, Patriots. Be sure to keep up with the news on and off campus by following us on Instagram at MCN on TV, as well as Twitter and Facebook at Mason Cable Network. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Zoë Oliver.
And I'm Joey Companion. Have a great rest of the week, Patriots, and we'll see you next time with more stories.